Just like that, welcome back. It's once again time for Thursday night with 786unlimited.com and the 786 Assassins. Welcome, everybody, to Crypto After Dark. Glad to see you. Lovely to have you with us once again. Let me turn my little accent lights on in the back. Because, of course, I come in here unprepared because I was watching Home Alone, bro. Home Alone 2 was on. Like, who doesn't want to watch Home Alone 2, right? So, I kind of forgot to turn my little lights on. There we go. Now, Crypto After Dark, let's get it. If you haven't done so yet, please go hit like. Subscribe while you're there and hit the notification bell. The more people we get on here, the better. The more people we can help. The more people we can guide to a path of becoming their own financial advisor, making your own proper, well thought out financial decisions, not being a degen. No more degen stuff. No more aping. No more craziness. Locking in those realistic numbers, making the most of every opportunity you have, all while saving money in the process. Where else can you do all that than with the 786 family? Thank you all for being here. If you haven't done so, after you've hit like and whatnot, please jump over here in the comments section on the right. I have comments turned on for anyone to comment if you'd like. And ask questions if you'd like to have a particular asset looked at, whatever that token is, or that stock is, or whatever it is. Please let me know. I will write down a said asset and my said asset yellow legal pad right here. And we'll write it down and we'll look at them. I'll try to get to every single one of them. I'm running out of papers here. I've got like 3 or 4 pieces of paper left. I'm going to break out a new legal pad, bro. How about that? That's when you know you're big time, when you run out of papers in the legal pad. All right. 32 people on, 23 likes. Let's go say hey to everyone and we'll get to cracking. All right. Adam Man, what's up? Mr. Mullet himself. Good to see you, Mullet. He said, what's up to me? I said, brother, I'm just happy to be here, dude. Sometimes in life, you just have these moments of reflection where you sit back and you look at things and you go, how the hell did this even happen? How did I even get here, man? How is this? How? There's so many more people who are more deserving than me to be here. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many people in the world that are better than me. Yet, here I am. And I internally ask myself this question all the time. How the hell did this happen? How did you get here? How do you not blow this? How do you not ruin it? How do you make the most out of it, right? I talk about this stuff all the time to you guys, but for me internally, right, in my own mind, how do you make sure that you do the best that you can to do right by everybody, right? I can't ever be perfect, and I know that, and I'm going to have mistakes along the way, and I'm going to make bumps and bruises, and I'm going to screw up. Nonetheless, here we are, a whole crew behind me, ready at any moment to strike. It's an amazing feeling. It really, really is. Lord only knows how far this can go. We'll get to that in a moment. Educated Dummy, good to see you, John. Juan Pablo, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Ron Poteet, Mateo, Everforward, what's up, my friend? Timeless Travel, good to see you. Tom Pazderka, my man, what's up? Kelly freaking Slade. One of the OGs. How are you, Miss Slade? Good to see you. David Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. What's up? I'm sure you've heard that a gazillion times. Rope-a-dope. What's up, Rugsy? Do what Mullet says. Go hit like and sub and all that good mess. It's free, man. More subs we get, the better, dude. We want to hit 10,000 people before the bull run because I want to help 10,000 people. Think about the impact that you have when you help 10,000 people. What? What? Exactly. Like, that's crazy to me. Timeless Travel. Good to see you. Crypto Trauma. What's up, Jeremy? Good to see you, cuzzo. Remember when we bought you shots, but now you're too poor, but now we're too poor? Good old days. Bro, Norm, I don't ever want anybody to do that except for the bull run. That was a good time back then, dude. Man, that was a hell of a ride, wasn't it? The good news is we're not far away from being able to do the same thing again, all right? You've made it this far. Don't quit now, all right? And it's not over. What's up, Sun Heights? What's up, Electric Motherfreaking Ken? Good to see you, brother. Anon, what's up? Fabio, what's good, bro? Lunatic Prophet, what's up? Good to see you, my friend. 34 but only 10 likes. Let's get after it. Yeah, bro, go ahead, like. I can't make anybody do it. Colo, what's good? He said, yep. About the Shirley jokes. Yeah, my bad, dude. I had to do it. It's the internet, right? It's the internet. All right. As the thumbnail said, I don't do clickbait thumbnails because I want to talk about the thumbnail that I made. Is this going to be another bloody month for crypto? Well, in the last stream on Wednesday, we kind of talked about monthly charts, how they looked, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I want to do the same thing here, only I want to look a little deeper. We'll go down a little farther, and we'll see some basic scenarios that may or may not play out. And I'll use some Fibonacci retracement to get us down that particular path. If anybody has any asset they want to be talked about, please put it in the comments over here and we will get to it. I'm going to already go down my list anyway, but if you have some other coin that you'd like looked at, please comment over there and let us know. And for everyone who's watching, who's already an assassin, after this we have a Zoom call. We'll be on for hours, all chopping it up, talking to each other, having a good time. I like to consider myself the man of the people. I don't want to hang out here and act like I'm someone special. So I like to have Zoom calls with all the guys and gals whenever you can do it, every Thursday. I know it's late, but honestly, we all have kids and kids run our days. And since kids run our days, we don't have time to do a lot of stuff unless it's late. One thing I've noticed about the particular people who watch our channel, it's mostly not young people. It's mostly people of age. All right, so most of us have kids and jobs and lives, and I get it. It's late. I understand. Same time, the best time to chop it up and have a good time is late. Can't do that at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, can you? Exactly. All right. So I already got a couple here. Ape. Oh, shit, I spelled that wrong. How do you spell a 3-letter word wrong? Ask me. That's how. XR Paynet. That's pretty good, Kelly Slade. Kelly Slade, are you over in the Discord? And if you're not, why not? Come on over there. It's free for a month. And if you don't want to pay after that, you don't have to pay a single dollar. You walk away. You're missing out. That's where all the good fun is. What's up, Heath? He said, wait, I'm old, bro. Take a look in the mirror. We used to call your dad the Silver Fox. He's no longer the Silver Fox. You are the Silver Fox. Reality check. Oh gosh. Oh man. You guys don't know that joke, but me and him know that joke. And he still has a Hornets avatar, which is awesome. I ain't got a Hornet shirt on tonight. I'm rocking Tupac and the Tar Heels, even if we suck. Near. Got you. Near. Well, look at that. All right. So I want to show you some monthly retracement. Then we'll go down into the weekly retracement. Then we'll go down to the daily retracement. Also, I want to show you a little bit of information that I got from a couple of the people that I've been talking to in the background who don't really want to be talked about, but they are TA guys to the core. And some of the things they talk to me about some of the things I may or may not have been doing correctly, I want to explain and show you guys. So I typically don't have the trend line turned on Fibonacci retracement. So after talking to some people, they kind of explained to me that it's very helpful and I should use it. And I thought, well, these guys do this for a living for the last 30 years. I'm an asshole if I don't shut up and listen, right? If someone of elder whom you look up to, who does what you do, tells you that you may be doing something wrong, perhaps it's time to shut up and listen, right? Okay? I do the same thing. You guys come on here and listen to me. Well, honestly, I'm listening to other people who are telling me too, because I want to learn every day. If we're not learning something new every day, we're kind of stepping back, aren't we? Okay, there's so much in the world to learn. We should be all learning together. So let me step here to monthly. All right. So something that I missed on the trend line with Fibonacci retracement. So obviously I'm in log mode and my Fibonacci retracement is set to log mode. And I've turned the trend line back on. I typically have this turned off if you watch other live streams. It's right here. You just click this little box under the settings on Fibonacci retracement. It turns your trend line on or off. All right. So I'm going to pick Bitcoin, the Bitstamp pair, because it's kind of old and I don't want to erase my other charts. So I'll just choose the Bitstamp one. Yeah, I know that's 2013. All right, so I've pulled this all-time trend line right here on Bitcoin, right? All-time trend line. We already know where our past floor was. Our past floor was down here. We know where our peak was. Our peak is up here. Therefore, we know our 2 points to pull a retracement from. That is our swing low and our swing high. However, the Fibonacci retracement with the trend line in there kind of helps us pinpoint how long this thing's going to take to play out. It's one of those little things that I thought about, but I think I was missing. And I've often talked about how my timing is bad. So if you're wondering where this comes from, essentially it's from me asking how to get better at timing, right? I can look at something and make a play, and the play may be correct, but I'm wrong on the time just a little bit in either direction, all right? So I can look at something and go, yep, that's going down. And it will go down, but it may go up a little bit first, and that might stop someone out, right? So the idea is to correct that. Well, I'll be the first to tell you that I'm not the best at timing. I can look at it and tell you what it's going to do. Timing-wise, I've always struggled. So I'm trying to get better at timing it. And today I had 2 trades that I made. I timed them much, much better, and they worked out very, very well. And I thought, okay, I'm going to keep tinkering with this, but I'll show you what I'm talking about now. All right, so now that I've got those 2 points, I'm going to pull a Fibonacci retracement set, but I'm going to use the trend line in there to match the trend line that I already have drawn, since I know that trend line to be accurate. So I'll start at the bottom here, all the way at the very bottom wick right there at that candle, and I'll pull all the way up here. I've accidentally clicked something. Hang on. There we go. I'll pull this all the way up here. Now, as you see, my little trend line right here, the little dotted one, is not lined up with the white one. So I'm going to line it up. And also, I'm going to line up with the very top wick up here. Now, the guy I spoke with today, and the last 2 days, honestly, kind of told me, you know, there's an argument to be using candle bodies and not wicks as well. He said, I like wicks. I use wicks. He said, but I have a fellow colleague who does not use wicks. He only uses candle bodies, and he's very successful as well. However, he's got more in it than me, and he can afford to miss the swings. And I said, well, that's the same thing as me. I don't have as much, so I can't afford to miss those swings, right? I got to be sharper. He's like, well, I'm the same way. That's why I don't do it. But this guy's a multimillionaire, and he kind of said, you know, he doesn't necessarily care about 1 or 2% this way or that way. It's near or there to him. He doesn't care. I said, okay, well, let's hear what you got. So anyway, I'm going to pull this Fibonacci retracement. So now I've got it in line with my trend line, but I'm not touching the top yet. So I've got to continue to pull this on a diagonal, like so, and pull until I get all the way to the top. Now, right? I mean, we can be like hella accurate with this. Right about there. Now, my trend line isn't perfect. I can scoot it down just a touch, and I can scoot this down just a touch. Look at how accurate that is. My Fibonacci line is dead ass nuts on that white line now, okay? Swing low to swing high, and now I'm measuring how far back we're going. Now, I've got some stuff drawn here of things I think may play out, and I'll explain that in a moment. But essentially, you see that this is the monthly candle we're on now, and we have a little bit of room over to the right. Well, the amount of room you have from this candle over to the right before you run out of lines and it starts to run into the numbers, this tells you how long this trend may last. This is something I was kind of missing, and it's a little bit elementary, and I kind of feel like an idiot for it. However, not the point. The point is, when you're wrong, admit it, right? Fibonacci retracement is awesome. It's my favorite thing. And if you can get it even more dialed in, all the better. We have about, we're right now in December 22. If you click this all the way over here, this goes all the way out till June of 23. Oh, wait. June of 23 is next summer, where I said I thought we would have a peak. Interestingly enough, it comes out to that number. Cool. Now, does that mean that signifies where the bear market is or bull market is? That part I'm not certain on, and I don't have a crystal ball, but it gives me some semblance of a timeline to tell me how much longer this thing's going to last on a big scale. Now, I think that'll be when we see a midsummer peak and we see another hard fall off. All right, we'll find out when that happens, one thing at a time. Okay, so either way, we're pointing down. We're sitting over the 50 fib, but as we know, the 50 fib is not incredibly strong for Bitcoin. The golden pocket is. The golden pocket's around 11,000-ish to 10,000-ish. Call it 12.5 to 10.5. Okay, could it go a little lower than that? Yes, it could. What I've drawn out kind of matches what I think may happen. Like I've said before, I think if we do go down and it capitulate pretty hard here and just get it over with, I think we'll rebound equally quick. All right. I don't think we stay down there forever. I think it's going to be a quick move, and that quick move is going to hurt a lot of feelings, but it'll rebound fast. And as it rebounds, people are going to say, oh, we're back. Well, you've already bought and wasted all this chance, and we're going to be ready for that chance. So, June 23 tells me when this set runs out. Cool? All right. So now let's go down lower. Let's go down to weekly. I'm going to erase this one because I already know the points here. I'm not going to bother keeping them up there. I already know the points. All right. So we have this very gnarly trend line right here that we cannot deny. Fair? Fair. Very gnarly trend line that has yet to break. Love to see it happen. Ain't happened yet. Okay. I see a potential retracement here. All right. Now, I'm going to line my fibs back up again. I'm going to assume here that the bottom is between 12,000 and 10,000. Okay. So I'm going to pull my retracement. I start all the way up at the very tip top, the swing high. And I'll pull down. You'll see my trend line doesn't line up anymore, does it? Doesn't. It lines up with this wick way up here that we've been using for a long time. So I'm going to flip over into linear mode in a minute. I'm going to line it up in linear mode as well. Yes, linear mode. Now, I hate on linear mode all the time, but it's important we understand. All right, so I'm going to pull down here to about 10,000-ish. Line up my wick up at the top right there, and that puts me at about same time at summertime 2023. That tells us that we'll come down here, bounce, and potentially move all the way up to the golden pocket. We will come down here, bounce, and potentially move all the way up to the golden pocket until the summer of next year, where we stop. There happens to be some CME gaps right here at about 35,000. I expect those gaps close. All right. As we do that and we use up all the momentum, we have not had a halving yet. Then we're going to get another pullback. How far is this pullback going to go? Well, what do we know about Bitcoin? We know often that Bitcoin runs to 618. Well, let's assume 618, shall we? Let's assume it runs up here to 618. Let's assume for a moment, I hate to assume, but let's say the middle of the summer is when it starts to taper off. 34,000 and a half. 34,000 and a half. All right, so that green line would be the line that it follows. I'm just guessing here and spitballing. 618 all the way back at $16,000. So big rundown, big capitulation. Bottom. My cat's pounding on the door. What's that stupid ass? Freaking cat. Big capitulation. We bounce off the bottom. We breeze all the way back up to 618. The other direction, the golden pocket upward to around 30 to 35,000. We stop. It's time for another sell-off. This is the same sell-off that's happened every single cycle. This cycle would sell off and last how long? Well, potentially till the end of that summer. One more sell-off, we find our new bottom. Let's guess for a minute here and say we come down here to 16,000 or whatever. Okay. Now, if it's 16,000, now we can pull a new trend line and we can watch this thing ride. That's what I've been missing essentially with Fibonacci retracement. I think I need to use the trend line more. And I think I need to utilize both linear mode and log mode just for timing. Okay. Because I think log mode is costing me on the timing, even though it's helping me on the accuracy, if that makes sense. I think what I'm losing in timing, I'm gaining in accuracy. Well, I want the best of both worlds. So I'm open-minded about this and trying my best to see it from both sides. You guys have said a lot over here, so give me a second and I'll go read back to what you're saying. Sorry. All right. DAG. Oh, yeah, we can talk about DAG. Those guys hate me. Man, you'd think when you try to help someone make more money that they would be your friend. Nope. They're all middle fingers up to me, dude, because I don't talk nice about their favorite token. And I know you're on here. Genetics, man, can't beat them. Talking about that gray hair. Norm says, Keith, love you for all you do. Instead of you coming up with our coins, we'll tell you our top 3 moves week of the month, along with your worst 3 moves week of the month. Yeah, I kind of do that already, Norm. When I come on here and talk about stuff, that's kind of what I'm doing already. I'm kind of telling you what I think is going to happen. And in the middle of a bear market, there are going to be no top moves. That's the problem. Everything's trending down, and all the up is temporary. And I don't want people to be stuck in temporary highs. So I try my best to keep people away from being silly and buying and aping in and throwing a bunch of money at stuff that may not last. All right. It's very trend dependent. What's up, Travis Robertson? Good to see you. Alan Ale. He says, a wise man knows when to shut up and listen. You're absolutely right. It's very important to understand. Sometimes you just need to sit back and listen. What's up, Papa Nick? Go Bills. You suck. Bills suck. Suck. Jeremy Monroe. What's up, brother? Oculus Vision. What's up, dude? Ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am. Timeless Travel says, hey, sis. That's right. Dirk Vanderville. Good day from Australia. Everyone is invited to visit if you're willing and able. Let the good times roll, folks. Could you take a look at AVAX? Yes, we can. AVAX, it is. Not time to buy, going sub 3 cent. Yep, that's absolutely right. He's talking about DAG. Casper. There's another one. A lot of people who are big XRP lovers love Casper. Just because it's on XRP, you don't really have a reason to love it because the chart looks awful, and I'll get into that. But yeah, we can look at it. But I'm going to be straight up with you. It looks bad. It's not perfect by any means, but I know DAG been bit by bit and know their chart and lack of action to back their talk. It's a cult rather than a business operation. Ouch. Shots fired. What's up, Corey? Says, no, sorry I got in late. Appreciate what you do. Can you provide your action on DYDX? Yes, we can look at DYDX. All right. Very interesting thought on linear and log mode to get accuracy and time. I'm going to have to mull that over. Absolutely. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about now. So let's erase all this. No, I'm not going to erase it all because that'll erase my big trend line and I have to put it back up there. I don't want to do that. So let's erase what we have. And I can always draw this back. But that'll give us more room to look here. I'm going to put it in linear mode now. And you guys know I don't like linear mode. I'm a log mode guy. All right. So if we go to linear, hey, look, we've already broken trend. Again, why I don't like linear. Your lines aren't going to be correct. But if I pull fibs after I redraw this trend line to reflect the new price action that didn't break, things get interesting here. Plus, I'm not going to pull from the tip top. I'm going to pull from the second swing high. I'll show you what I mean. If we look at the first, oh crap, my bad. If you look at the first swing high and swing low right here, you'll notice that the trend played out almost perfectly. All right. Trend played almost perfectly. Let me bump back in log mode real quick. Trend was almost perfect. Look at that. Bounce, 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 bounce. It broke, and when it broke, it hit the 50 and then miserably failed. And as a matter of fact, if I line this up just right here, you'll see that right as the candles jumped out of this fib set and moved over away from the fibs, and there was no more fibs to cover the candle there. If you see that right here, this candle was inside the fib set. This one wasn't. It immediately changed. And when it changed, it signified that there's a new trend to pull here. All right, so let me show you that. All right, we're pulling here now. Get this straight. All right, there. All right, this thing ran down, did a 1618, jumped out of the fibs, and you had another move down. Another move down, this very sharp one. Then you had another move down, and another move down, very sharp along the way, each time, over and over and over again. What's interesting is when I put this in linear mode and I start pulling from the very top swing high, the second swing high to the second swing low, and I pull this out to about 10,000 where I said before, you'll see that this one is a little bit cleaner here, a little bit cleaner. Okay, I can't argue with the fact that when you zoom in a little bit, the price action gets a little better, which I've always said about linear mode. The price action gets a little better because it's low time frame and you're already focusing in and on it anyway, right? You're not needing the chart to be scaled accurately. Doesn't matter anymore. The candles are all the same size. If I jump in and out of log mode, linear mode here, they're very similar still, okay? Doesn't necessarily matter when we're this tight in. However, looking closely here, this fib set runs out in February. No more fibs for the downtrend in February. So this is a weekly chart that tells you how many more weeks we have. Depending on how accurate you want to be with this, let's say it doesn't go to 10K, let's say it does 12 and a half. And you'll see things change here. All right, let me get it just right here. 12,495, that's close as I can get. If we do 12,495, you see it's more like middle of January when the fib set runs out. Meaning, when that fib set runs out, no more, it's over. Now we got to pull a new fib and start over. That would tell us that by mid-January, we should be done with all this ugliness and at least started to work on our rebound here. Now, I don't know how long that'll take. I can't be for sure. I don't have a wizard. I don't have a crystal ball, right? I'm just a guy. But that leads me down the road that I was looking for, okay? That kind of gives me a timeline and more of an expectation. Now, there are other ways to do fibs to get even more accurate. If you look over here, there's trend-based fib times, okay? I tinkered with this a little bit the last couple of days. I still haven't got quite dialed in the way I want it, all right? It's not exactly, like he was telling me, he doesn't use it all the time. And then also there's fib circles, which he absolutely laughed at me when I brought that up. And I've been laughed at for that before as well. So I didn't even discuss that with him. We just mainly focused on trend-based timescales, which is what this is representative of. So this gives us an outlook. All right, I got this. Between now and the middle of January, I think we're done with this ugliness. From there, I think from January to midsummer, we get some sort of correction. And I like to think we get to 30 to 35K. There are barriers in the way. The 200 weekly moving average is around $25,000. That'll cause a hard problem, all right? That'll be a heartache for someone who thinks it's just going to shoot straight up. That's not the way it works. Thirdly, I think we do have a secondary fall after that. I think we get our secondary capitulation that pulls back down to that $20,000 to $16,000 range. It makes sense. Lastly, then we'll have our bull market come in when we start that spring of 2024, in early 2024 into the spring. I think that's when things change and we start to see charts move back up in the correct direction. Now, I know that sucks to hear because everyone wants to buy right now. Oh, I'm going to start DCAing. Oh, I'm just hodling. You're going to get wrecked. You're going to lose money. Hand over fist. This is not the stock market. You don't just buy all the time and get dividends and think you're magically going to make money. That's not how crypto works, everyone. I know that's hard to hear, but this is not the stock market. Please don't play it like the stock market. You're gonna lose. Unless you bought Bitcoin in 2011, you're gonna lose. All right, think about what you're doing and think about whether I'm right or wrong and do your own checking on this. All right, so interesting. We got some other looks here. Flux. We can look at Flux. We can look at MNW. That's Morpheus Network. All right, Band. That one's been wild lately, Mullet. Link. No problem. We can do Link. Frog with a hat. What's up, brother? CVC. No problem. Go look at that. I'm curious to know about Algorand. Absolutely. Keep your eyes open for the next video that I have coming out tomorrow, talking about what I'll be buying and what I won't be buying. I think Ron was asking about that. You're going to see it in the next video. Be looking. Litecoin, I can look at that one. All right. Thank you, James Phelps. Still in long option on the FIB. No, it automatically switches for you, Lunatic Profit. If you jump the chart out of log mode, the fibs will change for you automatically. You don't have to do them. I guess TradingView updated that. I noticed that myself. All right, now if you're in log mode, you can jump out of log mode back and forth. TE Tombstone, what is that? Is that the chart ticker TE? All right, let's look at some of these other ones you guys have mentioned. But first, if you haven't done so, go check on go check on our Discord. I'm an idiot. Right here you go. It's free. It's free for the next 30 days. All you have to do is use the LaunchPass link. When you use the LaunchPass link, which is just down below in 786unlimited.com, there's only a few things on 786unlimited.com, and LaunchPass is one of them. You click on it, you get all of our content for free for a month, and if you don't like it, you can walk away and never pay a single buck. All right, what's not to like? What's not to like? We constantly talk about stuff all day long. We have chat on top of chat, with chart section on top of chart section. We talk about everything chart related. We have people working on bots, custom script indicators. We have DeFi stuff. We used to have NFT stuff. We don't have much NFT stuff anymore. High time frame charts specifically, scalping and leverage plays. Want to see some shit? Look at Mateo hitting 30% profit on an algorand trade. Want to see some more shit? Jasmine, 60%. ETH, 16%. We can keep going. 10% on EOS, 19% on BAN. That was Jay Stin. There are more and more. Ooh, Ape, 19% from FM Marquez. That's Fabio. Good, thank you. Good job, brother. Dash plus 22%. Man, you guys destroy this over here. Look at all these, bro. 22%. I just realized I had the camera on. 19%. Look at all these wins, dude. 19, 10, 16%, 60%, 30%. And that's just one chat section, all right? Why not? It's free. It won't cost you anything. Now, let's get into some more charts real quick. Right. He said, dig deeper into what the real DoD aspect is for DAG. What group is using it? What section aspect of the Air Force? Remind yourself, DAG is run by a group of marketing people. Does it have real world application? It could, but does it do what they say it advertises as? Are they unique? Were they ahead of the crowd? Are they still? And all these questions, all these questions are good questions because they're going to hurt some people's feelings. TE, okay, thank you, brother. TE, I'll look at that. No worries. FTM, I can do that. Got you, no problem, Tom. Jeremy, I just took a screenshot, and we'll do that when I get to my computer upstairs. I'm listening while doing an evening walking in downtown Cancun. Damn, Thomas, I was just in Cozumel last couple weeks ago. It was awesome. Yeah, you're going to never hear me talk about that kind of shit on here. It's always charts for me because none of that nonsense I can control. I can't have any control over any of that stuff. And what I can't control, I do not worry about. If it's out of my hands, it's out of my hands. What I can control is my mouse when I buy and sell. And I can buy and sell based on the data on the chart. All right, ApeCoin first. Let's jump over to ApeCoin. Have a gander. All right, now recently ApeCoin has done really nice, making this really fun little up move right here, just like it did back here through June and August. Remember how good that felt? And then remember what happened? Yeah, I remember. Remember berries? Ape's still pinned down under this little short-term trend right here, so be very careful. I have Ape on my list of potential coins to buy when the next bull run happens. Why? Because I think there's a ton of gains to be made on coins that haven't done much or have very, very small fractals like you see here, at least back to 786. All right, and we'll talk about more of those as we go along. I know it feels good right now and it feels like a buy signal right now, but I want everyone to be careful and understand that Bitcoin is sitting in a perilous spot, and ApeCoin just tested the bottom of resistance. No bueno, folks. I'm more bearish than bullish here. Even if you've got an 821 cross, you are still under trend. I'm almost certain you do have an 821 cross, but you're stuck under all the moving averages, stuck under trend. This is one I just simply shy away from. Where do I see this going? If this is the top of this little mini run right here, I expect that by the end of January, we will be somewhere around $1.80. Worst case Ontario, $1.40, $1.20, $1.40, $1.80, $2, but definitely not $3.87. I expect to see this to come down more by the end of January. So there's my take on ape. Any one of these fib lines down here, I expect to be marketing. I expect to be marks of action to be hit, which is $2.25, $2, $1.80, $1.40, $1.20, everything lower than what it is now. XRP, the good old Ripple coin. We used to call it Rip City. Me and Andrew did. That was back when we were idiots. Good times. All right, yeah, XRP is still stuck under trend right here. Is doing absolutely nothing special in a hurry. Please don't fall for all the hype you hear on Twitter and YouTube from people like Digital Asset Investor, who are horrible at investing, or Kevin Cage, who's horrible at investing, or any of those other guys who act like they know everything. They give you all this wonderful information constantly, but never, ever do you hear them talking about getting their money out or how much money they've made off of it. It's always, I'm buying more, I'm buying more, I'm buying more. It's almost like you've been marketed to and haven't got anything for it. Please be smart here. It doesn't take a genius to realize that this chart is going nowhere fast. Be smart. It's going to go down more. You're going to lose more money if you're holding on to this. Now, how long is that going to take? Well, I'm not a Miss Cleo. Wish I was sometimes. Then I kind of wish I'm not Cleo, because I don't want to Miss Cleo. You know, sometimes like she seemed like you had it real rough, and they turned out to be a scammer. So I like a quarter here still for XRP, and I say that with disdain, because I don't want that to happen. I want this to go up because I realize how many crypto people out there in the world still believe XRP is the new world currency and all that other lie. All right, that's not what's happening. Be smart. Please know that that is the complete opposite from the truth. All right. The government is not going to take a private company's coin that is not stable and peg it to the dollar and make it the new world currency. Jesus Christ, what are you thinking? What are you really on? Like, I got some good stuff to smoke right here, but that is not something you should be smoking, because you're on the good shit if you think that's really going to happen. Okay? Don't fall for that crap. Be smarter than that. We're smarter than that here, and you can be smarter than that too. I like a quarter here for XRP. I know right now you have this little bit of uptrend, and it feels good that the price has gone up. It's going to sting when it comes back down. 30 cents will be a strong barrier, though, okay? 30 cents has been a very historic strong barrier for XRP. I expect it to continue. If it does go back up here, you got a hard floor at around 45 cents. That's about the best you're going to get on the far as up goes. That's not good risk reward for me, so no thank you. Near. On to the next. All right. I think someone said looks like near is flattening, and I see the complete opposite. That is the opposite of flat to me. It does look like we hit somewhat of a floor here. However, we have no guarantee of that. This lost 100% of its value. Do you hear me? It lost 100% of its value. It went from where it listed all the way back down to where it listed. I mean, come on. So if you're in this for the tech, you're in it for the wrong reason. Now, is this the floor, or are we going to get a bit of a retrace back here that pulls up? You can kind of see if you look closely here. This thing sort of tested the bottom of a previous support zone. It's very small, but it's there. If we were to come back up here, and let's say for a moment in time that, let's see, these other ones, it's kind of tough. I'm not sure, because we don't have a clear-cut trend here yet, and we haven't seen a break. It's just been a very, very steep fall. This looks like a higher time frame move to me, but you're still going to get stuck around $2.25. And that's if it even decides to move up that much. It may just play hard ass here and not move at all because it's stuck in between the 821 right now. And all these moving averages are slowly catching up. I bet you this 50 moving average moves in the way around 2.25 there, and then gives it a hard rejection at best. I don't think near is done falling either. Plus, it's still under trend. And once it breaks trend, I'm willing to talk more about it, but it's a mile from it. Everybody's favorite, DAG. Oh boy, here we go. You know what? Let's record this. Let's record this for all the Chads, shall we? Okay. For DAG, first and foremost, massive head and shoulders on the weekly chart. What do I mean? Well, that's pretty straightforward, folks. Shoulder, head, shoulder, clear-cut neckline. We're not at support yet. You see, you have strong support right here on this yellow line. We have not hit that yet, folks. It is going to run to support. That's what charts do. I don't give a shit about any Air Force, any Department of Defense, any marketing guy, any F-20-something bombers, any B-2 bombers. None of it matters to me. What do I see? A chart that's losing value. And why would I hold on to something that's losing value when I could buy it later for a lower price and make more money on it? Please use your brains. You have big, humongous brains inside your head. And even if you don't like me, even if you think I'm a jerk, please understand that I'm doing this to help you make more money, not to cost you anything. I don't care if you buy DAG or not. You're not going to listen to me, and I realize that. However, please know that there's a better way to do things than what you're doing now. Please know that. You can make twice as much or 3 times as much. Or you can look at the HODL DCA videos that I did to show you how much more you can make if you do simple technical analysis. Simple stuff. Please don't let me be the guy that pisses in your cornflakes and ruins your day. I know that's not going to happen, but understand that when DAG gets down to 2.5 cents, then I'll buy some. And I'm not going to make a note out of it. I'm just going to be buying it to write it up and sell it because I don't care. I'm here to make money, not friends. And I'm not here to buy companies. I'm here to make money. We will make friends along the way. It's very important to understand that. We will make friends along the way, but that's not our primary goal of investing. The primary goal of investing is to make more money than you started with. Got that? Thanks, DAG Chads. Now, I recorded that bit and we'll put that on Twitter. That's going to piss a lot of people off. But it's the truth, right? I'm not here to lie to you. I'm here to shoot straight with you. And if you can't handle that, I need you to go back to the kiddie pool because this is the grown-up pool here. This is the shark pool. You can either swim with the sharks, you can get out and get in the little kid pool. All right? You can be a man or a grown-ass woman and pull up your big girl panties and big boy underwear and understand that this is the real world and no one cares about our feelings. Or you can sit in the kiddie pool and hold hands and sing kumbaya with all your other friends of your favorite assets. Ain't gonna make you no money though. That sounded super mean. I'm sorry, but I'm a product of Mullet, and that's the way Mullet talked to me. And hey, man, it changed my life. Shut up, Cheddar Bob. That's my cat's name, and he's scratching on the door, meowing real loud, wanting in here. That's Cheddar Bob. Yeah, my cat's named Cheddar Bob because it's funny. All right, so realistically speaking, let's go down to the daily chart here. You see this trend's failing. We haven't done much in the way of action here. It's kind of slowed down and halted. However, the only support it's riding is this one little blob right here. All the good support's down here at 2.5 cents. It could slip a little lower than that, but I don't think it'll stay down there for a tremendous amount of time in the event that happens. I don't think this run is concluded yet. I think there's some more juice in the tank on this trend right here. Right? I think we still have the rest of December for DAG to come on down here and show its true colors and run down here to the take profit lines. Hasn't quite gotten there yet, and it's floating around under this one line underneath the bottom of resistance, and that's horrible. That tells us right there that it's going down. Now, one little key asset here, or one little keynote from what I'm saying here is, I know because it's a node and that immediately grabs people's attention, that makes you think you're going to make a lot of money, because strong made people a lot of money. But understand, please, you have no way of controlling any of that. You lock your tokens up and can't get them out. Don't come whining to me saying I told you so. Don't get mad at me. I will not be doing that. I will be buying 250,000 DAG when the spot gets there, because that's how much one node costs. 250,000 DAG tokens. I will buy one node worth, and I will ride that until it's time to take profits, and then I will cut it and run. No nodes, nothing cute. Unless I'm running the code on my computer through Putty or through Docker, it ain't a real node to me. It's very simple. Do I have a bunch of Presearch nodes? I had 40 plus Presearch nodes, yes. Do I still have them? No, I turned them off because I don't need them. It's the middle of bear market. They're barely making anything. Might resituate that back in the bull market and go again. That I put the code in and watch it run. Okay, it's much different. Now, so let this run play the rest of the way out. I don't see this breaking trend anytime soon. Nothing great here to look at. I'll be happy to buy later. KDA. I don't want you guys to think I'm ungrateful either. I super appreciate everyone coming on here like this. Like, we can't do it without y'all. I'm serious. It doesn't work without people here listening and being attentive and understanding that I'm here to help. Other than that, please go tell your people that you know, hey man, this guy on YouTube, bit of an asshole, but he's not going to lie to you. He's going to shoot straight with you. And I promise you, in real life, I'm not this way. All right. I'm a normal, average dude who likes to eat chicken wings and drink beer and hang out and shoot the bull. All right. When it comes to investing, you have to be a pit bull. You have to be a pit bull. You cannot be a cute little doodle and come in here and think that you're going to do well. You've got to be a pit bull. You got to be a bully when you invest. You have to be a bully when you invest. If you are, you'll be exponentially more successful. Now, we can be friends later. We can talk about sports or cars or women or men or whatever you want to talk about. I don't care. All right, so Kadena, stuck under trend, getting murdered by this trend. Good support down here, or better support down here at 50 cents. Could go even lower than that, though. It's riding a little baby amount of support right here at 81 cents, but honestly, that's all the support it had for a while. How much farther can this fall? Well, those would be the key points that I look for. 37 cents, 50 cents. This little move we're doing right now feels good, but I don't buy it. I think there's more down left in the tank. We haven't tested the bottom of resistance just yet right there. Okay. KDA may move up a little bit to catch the bottom of that, but after that, they get really, really ugly. Like I said, I don't really expect any coins to be special and not fall. There will be some, but I don't know which ones they'll be, and I can't really expect that, so I'm just going to wait for it and watch it. KDA is on my list, though, by the way. AVAX. What's interesting is to watch other influencers who I know watch me go do similar stuff on the internet, on YouTube and stuff, and put out the same exact price targets that I do, and then claim that shit for themselves without even giving any credit. I'm happy to give people credit where credit's due, but damn, dude, I get it's business, and it's, you know, I get it, but man, we don't have to be enemies. We can all work together. We really can. You guys who put all the hype stuff and the news stuff out there, man, a TA guy will go a long way into bringing you more followers. I know people don't want to hear TA because it hurts their feelings and it's harsh truths. As Frank would say, fanciful lies are always better than harsh truths, right? Well, I'm sorry, but just the way it is. AVAX back testing resistance here. Hasn't done anything of note. Still getting swamped by sell pressure. I expect $10 here. It could go even lower than that. If it breaks that $10 barrier, then we're looking at $5, $5 to $6 for AVAX, and maybe even lower than that. If you get down to those numbers, I'm buying some AVAX. That's all there is to it. It's too good of a reward to not buy it at that point. All right. Could it go down a little bit more after that? Absolutely, it could. So be careful. Know your stop loss, know your limits, and be prepared. But it's still not ready yet. Casper, CSPR USD. All right. That's not the correct one. Let's pull up CoinTrader. This is going to be bright on everybody's eyes, so prepare. Sorry. Oh, it's in black. Thank God. All right. Casper. All right. Yep. This one is absolutely horrible. Like, come on. This is, look at it. Now, honestly, I will be putting $100 or so on this. Why? Well, I mean, I think there's a chance that we rebound and there's money to be made here because this thing has done nothing in its history except fall flat on its face. Yes, the ICO came out and it moved up real quick and made everybody feel good. And then just like that, to the toilet. To the toilet. This is one of those that Kevin Cage is real big on. By the way, if y'all guys didn't know, Kevin Cage uses a shake weight. And I hate to take credit for stuff, but I was the first person to ever make the Kevin Cage uses a shake weight joke. I would love to talk to Kevin about that because he got really mad at me for nothing. And I haven't ever talked to him since. But we were kind of internet friends there for a while. I'd love to talk to him again. But I can't make anybody do it. How do you think Kevin Cage learned TA? Let you guys marinate on that for a minute. Yeah, I'm not going to buy this till this breaks trend either. And it's got that same look like it's going to drag out to the end of January. It may ride this floor, and which is really cool here because this is something that XRP did back in the day. It rode this floor and jogged sideways before it broke trend. I'd love to see that. If it doesn't do it, that's fine, but I'd like to see it get over here, break trend in January, and then we can talk here. I have my eyes on Casper as well. DYDX. All right. Okay. DYDX actually broke this short-term trend, a long-term trend. Look at there. Actually broke it, back tested it, and has moved off the line a little bit. Now, there are a couple that look like this, mainly Matic and Binance coin, that also look like this. Quant is one of them, and a Morpheus network, what we'll look at in a moment, kind of looks like this. I'm a little perplexed by it because some of them have done this, but they're just sitting there. Dogecoin as well has broken trend and is just sitting there. Only a few, though. Most are not. Now, this lends me to think we're going to continue back testing the trend line, but I have no evidence of that, so be very careful here. If you're going to do this and take a chance on it, and honestly, DYDX looks like one that may do better than most. It's sitting on top of all the moving averages right here. It really, I mean, honestly, it doesn't look bad. It's almost worth throwing $100 at, isn't it? Problem is, I think one good hard punch in the face from Bitcoin going down, and this is going to suck. So, honestly, I might put $100 on this afterwards. It's kind of worth $100, isn't it? Thank you, Corey, for pulling that one, bringing that one up. All right. Sorry, I've been talking out my ass over here. Yeah, I already did NEAR, already did KDA. Let's see. I only got a couple minutes more, so I'm gonna try to make this work. Let's see. Brilliant, Keith. Jesus Christ. Sorry, man. I get worked up about stupidity, man. Ignorance. If you don't know things, that's one thing. But if you know things and you don't care anyway, like if you're stupid and you just don't know, that's one thing. But if you're ignorant and you're an asshole and you ignore everyone who's telling you what to do because they know better, well, that just makes you a bigger asshole than they are. And who really needs more assholes in the world? I think I'm a big enough asshole for everybody on here to not be one. Okay? I've talked way too much. Morpheus Network. I'm sorry, y'all. Morpheus Network is another one of these. Like I was saying, it kind of looks like Matic and Binance coin. It's broken trend and it's rode up. Now it's stuck under the 50, bouncing around between the 50 and the 100. It's kind of pinned down by the resistance line here. I know this feels like it's going to keep going up, but I want you to be careful and understand that this may fail on you and fall in your face. And it's going to hurt if it does. So please trade with caution. Understand that at any given moment, one good FU candle from Bitcoin will absolutely wreck everybody's day. And honestly, I would not buy this Morpheus Network if it was for me. because that's on the other side of the trend line right here, back test the trend. I honestly expect Morpheus Network to pull down to around $1 first. Yes, I said that, to $1 first, and likely back to this trend line to have a test. Flux, real quick. Try to get through all these. Flux, hard no, still pinned under the downtrend. Band, Mullet brought this one up. Band has made some moves. It's pressing on this weekly trend line right here, right? You could argue that it's broken it. You could argue that it's not broken it. It is right up against it. Daily's already overbought. MACD is swooping back up, trying to make a move. Keep your eye on band. I'm not going to buy it, but it may be good for a poke. Link. All right, link at the golden pocket over here. Is it still stuck under trend? Yes, it is. It's getting hammered. Well, it may have broken trend. No, it hasn't. It tickled it like it wanted. It's right up against it, getting hammered. It's going to be a no for me, but it's very close. CVC. CVC USD. Buy this on Coinbase. How about that? All right. CVC, dead ass in the middle of a downtrend. No, thank you. Algorand. This is one of them that I've got my eye on. Also, though, getting hammered. No, thank you. Not yet. Litecoin. 2 more minutes. Keith, get through it. Litecoin has made some really, really impressive moves lately, but still under the trend line. Like a mile under the trend line. If that's the one we want to go by. If we want to do this one down here, it's already broken trend, right? So I'll let you be the judge on which one you think it's done or hasn't done. Tough call. Made a lot of really good moves lately. One should notice that it's also back testing resistance here. See that? Be careful. Might get stopped out around $90. All right, FTM. I think Terry got a couple of them here. Under Armour, yeah. FTM, big humongous head and shoulders. Don't tell me about Andre. Andre is a SEAL that was in a really cool movie back in the 90s. I don't want to hear about any of that crap. This is the exact same move that I just showed you on Link and multiple other assets. Andre didn't come back to those, did he? No, he didn't. So let's erase that from our thought processes. Let's erase the news entirely because you can't control any of it. What I see this thing doing is bouncing around this 50 fib back and forth, not being able to make its mind up. Still stuck under this short-term trend right here. No thank you on FTM for me. It's in a worse spot than better. TE. I don't see TE. We'll move on to Under Armour. Under Armour still performing. Terry pointed this one out. I like $13, even all the way up to $14 for Under Armour. Slowly prodding its way back up the hill. It's going to take a bit, okay? Might not go immediately, but there is a gap back up to that point, around $14. Thank you, Terry, for finding that one. Yeah, already did Kadena, brother. All right, so if there's any more there, please jump over in the Discord after this. I have a Zoom link posted for everyone to come hang out, 786unlimited.com. It's very easy to use. Jump on there. There's only 4 options, all right? Private consults, Launchpass, Discord, or YouTube. All right. Very simply click on Discord and it shoots you right over there. Want full access? Click on the Launchpass link. Shoot you right over there. It's very easy to use. 1 free month. If you don't want to do it, walk away scot-free. Never pay $1. Thank you all for being here, man. I love doing these Thursday streams because, like someone else pointed out to me, this is more of a community thing. It's more about hanging out with the people that hang out with you and constantly giving them fresh updates. I love my people. Thank you all. I'll leave you with this in the words of the late, great, notorious B.I.G. You guys could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to come hang out with me. Thank you an incredible amount. I appreciate it every single time. See y'all later. Sky's the limit. Peace.